Okay, hi. So this is just a video to add some information on this new thing in Home Assistant and Music Assistant called Sendspin. There's very little information I can find on it, and that's why I was thinking to make this video. So Sendspin, for those who don't know, is just like it's still like an experiment from the people who make it. So it's a sound protocol for multi-room, what can I say, like a Sonos copy, to say like that, but it's open source. They just added it to a few months ago to a Music Assistant. The idea is that if you have multiple devices using this Sendspin, then it should have very low latency between, so the music should be really synchronized if it works, if you are using the good devices. So it's still under development and heavily so. And the problem with that is that it's very little documented. At least it's documented for those who are really going deep diving into this, and I haven't done that. I just wanted to show at least how you can get this up and running on a ESPHome device, or ESP32 in this case. It's just I have to see here if I can get it in focus. In this case I used the S3 Mini, which is this is like a bare minimum of what you need. The ESP device you are using need to have at least PS RAM. This have 2 megabytes and it has 4 megabyte flash. It can play music and pretty much that's it. It can also, I made it to work like on a screen here. So I get the Sendspin is sending out some metadata about artist, title, album, album picture. This display cannot use it, but I could maybe use this, but I was advised to not put too much heavy operations on this, like decompressing a JPEG and things like that when it's also playing music. You don't have the memory for it. You could have, if you could partition this perfectly and optimize the code, but I'm not a coder, so I just make YAML work. So, and the other thing is that since it's open source, it's pretty much free. You should of course support these guys who are really doing some effort here. So but I mean free like in hardware. You are not having to buy some very expensive Sonos device that, yes, it's working and everything's perfect, it doesn't glitch, but if they can make this up and running, it will be very cheap with hardware, and it's then something everybody can have if you can just copy some YAML and upload to this thing and solder. So I recommend soldering when doing audio things, because you need really connections you can trust. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the hardware, how this is connected, because there is some things that is very good to know, so you don't have to sit here and fail and have problems. So we can catch that early. As I said, it's a very small device. This is like $3. This is a what can I say, digital to analog converter. So it has like a line out. It's exposed also here for line out. So this is going to my speakers in the line in connection. I also have another device going directly to amplifier via this. So there's several options. And this volume up, volume down, play, pause, and skip or whatever. And also this light is changing depending on if it's playing or not. I can show you, but just play here. So that's nice. So I will also show the code. But another thing that is worth saying is that the sound quality is really good. This is not some, you should maybe think that ESP is, yeah, maybe not so good, but it's really good. It's 48 kilohertz sample rate, and it's 16-bit. You can use 24-bit, but I didn't have success with that. It plays, but it sounds almost like mono in my speakers. It was a lot more in that side than this side, and I'm not sure why. So I went down to 16-bit again. I think that's perfect. At least I can. My ears cannot hear the difference, I think. So I will unplug it and show you a little bit in the microscope. So this is the DAC. I will show you, I can link to it, and it's just the AliExpress stuff. If you search for I2 squared DAC, you will get most likely up this one up and another green one. There's pretty much 2-3 if you not go deep into AliExpress. With regards to the hardware on this thing, is very crude. As you can see, there is almost no components on this board. This is the absolute minimum what you can, or at least when it's made by China and you buy the cheapest, you get the absolute minimum. And that's nice. It's very inexpensive, but it's noisy as hell. You don't even have like a EMF shielding or anything. It's just pure noise out from power circuitry, switching in here. There's a Wi-Fi coming directly out from this. Antenna is here. So, and it's doing some modulation on the light. So it's a lot going on, and it's almost no filtering. You have several LEDs. They not make noise, but yeah. So, and the problem then is that it's very close to nice audio, and this get really easily interference from power supplies and things like that, and Wi-Fi. So to avoid that, there's a few things you can do. I have twisted the wires, and that should reduce the power circuitry from picking up EMF noise and Wi-Fi noise, and it's working very well. I made this earlier without anything, and it's really, you can hear it when it doesn't do anything. You can hear it in the speaker. You can hear how it's working with noise and everything. The other thing that is very that worked very well was to use any antenna. I have a lot of this just from fixing laptops and old laptops. You get like long wires for Wi-Fi antenna and things like that, old PlayStation or whatever. But these are nice. If you don't have it, you can also make it. If you search for how to shield wire, or just buy shielded wire, but to get it small like this, I think these antenna cables are very well. So there's a braid all the way on the outside of this. I think it's like a Teflon, because it doesn't melt. It's soft, it doesn't melt. I don't know what it is. So you can solder to it, and I have soldered to this braid just to make it not have a lot of wires out, but also because you need to solder to this. So you just put it into, I use it for the data cable here, the data signal for I2 squared, and I put it in. So this core go into the GPIO, and then I have attached a cable to this braid, and it's going to ground over here. I will show you here. So it's going from ground to this shielding. So just take off my fan, and then it's going to here. So you can ground it from here to there, or from here to there, or another ground if you want. So that is really helping to make it not noisy. So that's what I can recommend about the hardware. And I also attached a big capacitor. It's like 1000 microfarad at 10 volt. So it's quite big. Just showing you a little bit about the code. So the code, that's the difficult part in this. And it's really it was really difficult to go into the websites where they make this Sendspin. They are sending you the code examples and everything, but still I cannot find anything YAML from the guys who make this. Maybe I'm not good at finding things, but it was really difficult to find. And also it's can say stupid name, Sendspin, because every time you search for this Sendspin ESP32 Home Assistant, ESPHome together, you get the auto correction in Google or in your search motor, that search engine, that says you are searching for Sendpin, not Sendspin, because it expects that this was not correct. It's difficult to find anything examples on this because of this stupid name. It's maybe nice, but it doesn't work. It gets a lot of bad hits. Here's the code, at least, that I made work. It's really like balancing on edge here, because the smallest thing you do here will just make it fail. So the important things is you have correct board. I don't know how important all these other things are, but many of them are recommended. Here's some partitioning that is forced into the board, and you need to put this on quad. When you go up to maybe 4 or 8 megabyte PS RAM, you can increase this to octal because it support that. But if it's not supported, it will just lock down immediately after you upload code. Or yeah, I think so. This is just for the light. It's always on pin 48. The already installed light here. So then you have all the external components, and this is where I really hope soon they will just integrate into ESPHome, so we don't have to. And this have crashed quite a few times when I tried this. Then I have to go out and I have to clean all. You cannot just clean the build files. It will just not do it. It will error out. I put them on one day, so don't check. So if you are compiling, if it stay on 0S, it will always check this and compare. So don't do that. Put it on at least one day. So then this have come in with Sendspin, blah blah blah. So you have all this, some code for Sendspin. You just have to put your own. So there's the I2C. This is for the screen. So the fonts for the screen. This is the display. So to figure out how to use this display, I had to just go into AliExpress and look here. So here you can see they said how to make it work. So it's really this is what you get when you buy China things. You really have to find out what you buy. So here they put out a note very early in the descriptions. I didn't know that, but I had to struggle a lot to make this work. Not a lot, but half an hour before I was thinking about maybe go in and read a little bit in the description. So there it was. This is just displays that they are selling. I have a few of these. So they are nice because you have these buttons on the side integrated. So this is the DAC. So this is in krona. So 1 krona is about 10 krona is about $1, or something like that. So we are back here again. This is for the buttons, and then it's a restart in the end. So that's it. So here you have some code. You can try it, and hopefully you can expand on that code. Maybe make it better, or maybe make it smaller, and also double check if this is the latest components and if all this is needed. I have copy and pasted around from what I could find, and this is what is working. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.